You remember the puppy that wouldn't move, was frozen in the corner, wouldn't look at anyone, had a hurt leg. Honestly, just couldn't break free from her trauma state. Well, I have a pup date, and I have a lot of information because you all have been asking me questions about this little dog named Bunny. I named her Bunny because of her ears and her little white paws. But what happened to her? As soon as the story went out, so many of you reached out, so many of you shared, but no one came until a couple days later. In fact, at the shelter, it went down. One of y'all came all the way from Utah to Southern California, and someone else that lived close by came at the same time, and they met.
There was another couple from Utah that had gone to see her. They wanted to adopt her. And we said, you guys drove all this way. You guys can take her. We can look for another dog. They told us.
I'm going to share what happened. This is Bunny's comeback story. I'm going to share with you some breakthroughs that changed everything when I know a lot of us almost gave up hope. Some pup dates that made myself and my entire team cry. And there was also quite a bit of arguments on this little puppy. Is she Belgian Malinois or not? Well, we actually have the DNA test results. Stick around to the end because I finally get to tell you where she's at today. All right, we're about to jump into a recap of her story, some of the highlights. But first, I know a lot of you say, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed. And when I look at the numbers, 50% of you that are watching aren't even subscribed. So make sure you hit that button because when you do, it tells the algorithm the more people want to see this, and that means we get more eyeballs on it. And that leads to us being able to save more dogs together. All right, here we go. It's time for Bunny's Pup Date.
Okay, do you see just how small this little one is? Like, I don't know if you can tell. Well, there we go. If you look at this little one next to me, you can see just how small they are. But their eyes and their head are larger than life almost. And I just want to scoop in and snuggle this one up. But you don't want to do that when you're working with a dog that is dealing with terror or fear, who's shut down. Because that's like telling someone who's scared of spiders to just go in a room full of spiders, lock the door until you get over your fear. No little one should have to go through this sort of trauma. We're going to start with a treat. Now, I think the fear is so strong in this one, I don't think they'll actually take a treat, but we have to try. There was some curiosity and interest there. I think that's enough for me to just sit down, and I'm going real slow with all my actions so that none of my actions create more fear. And, this one can't get any more, shut down. Like, there's nothing in this dog's body right now that is allowing them to function. Cortisol has flooded the brain, and the ability for this dog to think clearly about anything left. Oh. What this dog wants more than anything, or this puppy, is just to melt away. When you get that nose working, that is a different part of the brain, and you can't have that happening with fear at the same time. There's not space for both in your brain. I don't know if you guys saw it, but because I didn't see it, but I put 2 treats over there. There's only one. We're going to try an open hand treat and see if we can get this little one to take a treat from my open hand. I suspect they won't, but it's worth a try. That's the size of the treat. I think I'll go with a little bigger one because those centimeters can make a really big difference when you're trying to help a dog. Nothing.
Okay, let me just jump in and say, when she doesn't take the treat, like, I, in that moment, try to stay calm. But what I'm really doing is I'm going, no, like, I lose so much power when they're not willing to even take a treat because we can't get their nose working or their taste buds working that help release that fear. But let's jump right into her story because we learn a lot. And then after that, we'll go to the scoop. Here we go.
Okay, Alexis, what is her story?
Well, we do know she's about 5 months old.
5 months. Okay, I guess 3. She looks really young.
So apparently animal control was called to, I believe, an apartment complex.
Okay.
Somebody called it in out of concern. For dogs in a home.
Okay.
And it turned out that those dogs, they were considered a cruelty case because the dogs were all underweight in the home.
Oh.
So animal control was very concerned about them. So it was her and actually another litter of puppies that were all pulled from the same home. The owner did relinquish them willingly after ACO worked with them.
Okay. And ACO's animal control officer, and she does look skinny. How long has she been here?
She's been here for about a week. I think this is actually her 8th day.
I'll bet she's already put on a few pounds. The thing with puppies is they can put weight on really quickly. You know, for a puppy to be emaciated, when you see it, it just, man, it pierces your heart. There's nothing harder to see than an emaciated puppy. And it's really hard too, because, you know, puppies, they have typically their mama, they have food, people taking care of them and around. So for puppies to be emaciated, it's very cruel.
And she was also apparently flea infested as well.
So just bad all around, huh?
Exactly. And she does also apparently have an old injury on her front leg, on one of them. But it might have happened actually a long time ago, possibly from one of the litter mates or something like that, accidentally fracturing her leg. But it was never fully treated, so it's now calcified. According to the vet staff, they do have her on pain management. She is not in pain at all. But it's just, it went untreated for so long, it was just basically calcified. So she's kind of just, she just has it like that now. So, I don't see it. Do you guys see it? I mean, is it that paw? Let me see something. It is most likely the one she's hiding, because that's a pretty natural response to hide the injury or pull the injury in so you don't continue to get hurt. So if we can get her comfortable enough, we'll see if we can see that. But your body does that naturally when something like that happens, to try to just mend the way that it knows how to do. And if treated right away, then likely it wouldn't have been an issue, but now it's going to be an issue. I think when you combine the lack of food, fleas, this across multiple dogs, you really get into a neglect and cruelty situation. But I throw it out to you. What do you think? Okay, what else? Well, we don't have a name for her at all, actually. We'll have to give her one.
Oh, she needs a name. She's starting to fall asleep. This is really good, because when a dog starts to fall asleep in this sort of situation, it means that not that they're totally relaxed, they're slightly relaxed. And because that cortisol and that adrenaline is running through them nonstop, constantly at the shelter, if there's even just a small amount of relaxation, they fall asleep. It's good, but it's just kind of wild to think of it that way. Why don't we come up with a couple names? We could do Sally.
It's cute.
She's got big old ears. Bunny.
Bunny's cute too.
Bunny. Okay. She's got little white paws, like her toes are white. That's what I was thinking. Bunny too. Like between her little white paws and her big old ears, I was thinking Bunny. I think Bunny's fitting, right? That sounds right.
It's very cute, especially because, like you said, I didn't even notice until you pointed out the little white toes.
Yeah.
Combined with her big ears. I think that's very cute.
Yeah, Bunny. Okay. All right. You're a good girl. You are a good girl. Actually, let me reverse this. I'm going to come back. While she's in this relaxed state, I'm going to try a little affection and combine that with that. You're a good girl. So we've been thinking about it. We've been talking. I know you were taking a nap, and I know you still had your ears up, so you heard us. But what we decided is your name will be Bunny. And I don't know if you ever even had a name in your entire life, and you deserve it. And I'll tell you why you deserve it. Because it's all in a name, and it's really important. And with a name, we can start thinking about you. Say, that's Bunny, and showing you love and affection, and letting the whole world know that Bunny is a good girl. It's a good girl, Bunny. And we're going to help you get through this, whatever it is. If your little arm's hurting, we need to help, we can help you. We'll help you heal and get through this, give you the space and the time you need, if we can get you into a home, okay? And Bunny, I promise You're safe from here. Okay? Your eyes tell the whole story. And it's pretty adorable that her ears are down, like she's relaxing even more. I'm thinking that you are a candidate for the scoop because you are open to this affection. You're a good girl, Bunny. You didn't do anything to deserve this. The pain and the hunger, fear is not your fault. It's not anything you did. It's not anything your brothers and sisters did. And we're going to prove that to you, okay? So the trick with the scoop is like dipping a Ruffles potato chip in some French onion dip. You got to get under it. And that's like if you're grabbing a football or a bunny. If you're grabbing a bunny, I'm no bunny expert. I don't know if that's how you grab a bunny, but it sounds right. Okay. And you want to scoop under and give some support. Like that. There you go. And she is shaking.
I want to share with you kind of my thoughts as this is happening. There is no feeling in the world like scooping up a terrified dog and holding them and they are just shivering. And then the shivering slows down once they realize they're okay and they're safe. And when you open your arms and they don't want to leave because they found a place of comfort, it is really amazing. And I'm so lucky to be able to do this in my life. And I hope one day you can volunteer and experience this, or maybe you have, because these dogs, they deserve that.
Yeah, I think her front left leg, it's kind of limp almost, but that could just be her so scared right now. When you hold a dog that is just trembling in fear, it will just give you a new kind of take on life. And just where you just in your heart, you go, I'm going to do whatever it takes to let this dog know that they matter, that they're going to be okay, that they'll be safe. You're a good girl. I mean, some of the most adorable eyes, like just, she has learned to just tell the whole story with her eyes, or she's been limited to telling the whole story with her eyes. And so just her little eyebrows and her eyes tell that entire story. She's a good girl. Yeah. Bunny, you're a good girl. Bunny, you're a good girl. Bunny's a good girl. Yeah. If I had to bet money, she's shaking right now. In short of 5 minutes, she's going to be asleep. Because I can feel her relaxing, like the bottom half of her body is relaxing. And another thing I do is like, you don't want to restrain the dog, because if she wants to jump off and get out of here, she is more than welcome. Like you don't ever want to restrain. I do with her because she's shaking so much. I am going to do a little pressure, like a little compression, just gives her a bit more safety. You know, if you look at puppies in a pack, they all lay on top of each other, especially boxer puppies, man. You're a good girl, Bunny. There we go. She just stopped shaking. Oh, that makes me so happy. That feels so good. Like that gives me the chills. And that she's just gone, okay. All right, we're okay now. There's a good girl. Yeah, what are you doing? Just checking things out? This is good. This is like a little bit of bravery right here. She kind of looks like right now, she kind of looks like that sloth off of Ice Age. She had big front buck teeth. She's like,
I want to laugh so bad at that,
but you gotta be cool.
She keeps looking over at me like, I don't want to scare her.
Be cool, Alexis, be cool.
Yeah, and like she got that little white stripe under there. That feel good? Does that feel good? You probably never felt that before, huh? That's good, huh? That's what good dogs get. You're going to start getting that on a regular basis. The thing is the hardest part is behind you. Did you know that? You've already gone through the hard part. From here, it only gets better. I promise.
Okay, the part you've all been waiting for. Bunny's pup date. What happened? Well, first, let me just say, because you made it this far, the great news is Bunny has been adopted. and let me just, I just want to tease a photo to just show you how amazing her life is going now. Okay, more details to come. And we actually had the opportunity to sit down with her mom, and she got a DNA test. So stick around. We're going to reveal the actual DNA of Bunny, and it's not, there's some surprises in there. I'll tell you that. I already saw it. But first, let me share this little moment with you of what happened when her new mom got to the shelter, because there was a moment where two individuals, someone who came all the way from Utah, by the way, thank you. You're amazing. You're a saint. And just wait till you hear the story of what this person did. But let mom tell it first.
We went to go see her. I said, okay, we'll just go see her and see how she is. And she looked very scared and trembling. There was another couple from Utah that had gone to see her. They wanted to adopt her. And we said, you guys drove all this way. You guys can take her. We can look for another dog. They told us, no, if this dog is meant to be yours, it's meant to be yours.
Okay, and let me just say, I don't have the other couple's name that came to do this, but this is why y'all dog people are the best people in the world. I will argue anyone that says otherwise, because get this, I'm gonna read this. This is the note. I don't have their name. This is just what I found out. The out-of-state family heard about Alma's grief, which we're going to talk about here in a minute, agreed they should be the ones to adopt Bunny, and ended up leaving the shelter with two other puppies that they adopted. How does one's heart get so big that you go, I want that dog, but you know what? You need that dog. And I'm going to save two others just to give back. If that's not, look, it's giving me the chills. Look, if that doesn't give you the chills, I don't know what does. So if you're watching this and that was you, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, but the grief that I mentioned, Alma, who you've now seen in this video, Bunny's new mom, they recently lost their Belgian Malinois, their soul dog.
I was not looking to adopt another dog. I had just lost my dog less than a month before, and I told everyone no dogs. Right away, I was just drawn to her. She had a lot of the same mannerisms as my other dog. I feel like my dog sent her to me in a way, and I even told my dog, like, if you want me to get this dog, send me a sign. And there was a lot of signs, so I know dogs aren't replaceable, but something that my other dog would do is when she would lift her head, her little teeth would show. And I had never seen another dog do that, but in the video, Dakota did that. My other dog was special needs, and I saw that Dakota had her little arm issue.
And I ran into them outside of the shelter, and they shared this with me. And it's how I was able to connect with him and say, we've got to talk, I've got to learn more, and we've got to interview you. Because Alma was dealing with the grief, and she was hesitant to get a new dog, especially a new Belgian Malinois. She thought, maybe I won't ever adopt again. You've probably been in this situation before. I know I have. But when she saw that video, something spoke to her, which I can relate. And the fact that she had a Belgian Malinois before, her Belgian Malinois was special needs, and Bunny has a problem with her leg, but she knew she would be able to manage and handle this and help Bunny.
We took her to an orthopedic surgeon, and he told us that he wouldn't amputate on a puppy, especially since she does use the leg. She just limps on it. He says any surgery to correct it will just make it worse. So he said just to leave her alone, and if it starts causing pain, we'll deal with it when we get there, but for now he doesn't want to touch it. The day that we got her left paw was half the size of the right paw, and now they're pretty much the same size.
All right, here's the great part. Alma changed Bunny's name to Dakota, which I think is fitting. She's gonna grow into the name Dakota like a champ. And Alma said Bunny's ears perked up when she heard Dakota. So I feel like that's good. That's a solid name, and I love it. And so now Dakota gets to spend her day playing with her sibling, Pig, a little Frenchie that will energy-wise will keep up with a Belgian Malinois for sure. If you've ever had a Frenchie, you know.
As soon as we brought Dakota home, Pig was super excited to meet her. I was kind of worried about introducing them right away, but both of them just looked really happy. She stopped shaking right away as soon as she saw Pig. I know you're not supposed to introduce dogs to each other right away, but I can tell by their body language that they just wanted to be with each other. She started playing with Pig pretty much right away, but if there's no Pig around, then she has no confidence.
Alma says Dakota spends her days playing fetch, stealing balls, and overall blossoming into this sweet, loving girl she was always meant to be.
I think she's just a very happy dog now. She still has nightmares. We have to kind of wake her up. She'll start crying in her sleep, so we have to wake her up and make sure she's okay. Other than that, I feel like she's really happy. She took a liking to my dad right away. Everybody else, she was kind of standoffish the first day we brought her home, but with my dad, that's her person. I think my favorite memory I've made with her is we bought her a kiddie pool. It was raining outside and there was a puddle out there and she was just laying in the puddle, and I said, oh, maybe we should get her a kiddie pool. As soon as we filled it up, she started jumping in. She was really excited about it. And every day, it doesn't matter if it's cold, she'll go in the pool and just lay down in the pool.
And they're gonna go through training, slowly but surely.
I do try to do a little bit of training with her. It's a little bit harder since I'm worried about scaring her. I don't want to scare her at all. So it's going really slowly compared to every other dog we've had with her training, but I'd say she's pretty good.
She even got those DNA test results like I talked about. Okay, so let's do the DNA test reveal. Leave a comment down below what you think it is, what kind of dog breed she is, and then let me know if you're right. Now, no cheating. No cheating. All right, drum roll, please. Number 1, Belgian Malinois. So a lot of you were probably right. You know, the majority of this dog is Belgian Malinois, 51.3%. But I didn't jump to that right away because I thought I was suspicious, like there's something else going on. And sure enough, a good almost 40% clocking in at 38.9 American Bully, which is just means she's gonna be the sweetest little girl. And then American Pit Bull Terrier. So you got Belgian Malinois and Pitty is going to be a high energy, athletic, loving, caring, protecting dog that is really the dog anyone could dream of. Alma is probably like a lot of others out there where you think, what should I do if I'm going to adopt a dog? Whether I've had one before or I've never had one. And I really appreciate the advice that Alma gave from her experience.
I think before adopting a shelter dog, you need to be prepared to do a lot of work and have a lot of patience for those dogs. When you buy a dog from a shelter, you don't know what kind of life they had. I think she helped heal me a lot when I was grieving my other dog, and I didn't feel like I was ready for another dog, but Dakota made me ready for her. And I do love her so much, and her ears are so funky, and when she runs, they like flop with her.
Dogs will help us get out of our own way. They can heal our heart if we let them. I would love to hear from you in the comments below if a dog's ever healed your heart, or if you hope to have that dog one day. All right, thanks for watching this pup date. I'm gonna put the pup dates playlist right here on the screen so you can watch it, and you can just watch all these happy adoption stories. I wanna bring these pup dates to you because you all deserve that. You're with me in the hard times when we don't always win. So you deserve these amazing stories to heal your heart and your soul. And this time Bunny, now Dakota, did that for all of us. Okay, I'm Rocky Kanaka, and I'll see you in the next Sitting with Dogs.